Good morning from Las Vegas and SHOT Show, everybody. It's going to be a crazy week. My schedule is going to be crazy because it's a 3-hour time difference, and I am dragging because I went to bed at what would have been 4 a.m. Tennessee time, and the casinos are smoke-filled, so my voice is hanging on. But there was a letter sent out a couple days ago by the NRA current director, Owen Mills, Buzz Mills, the Gunsight Academy owner. And he called out the board, and I think I really like what he wrote. Now, I'm not somebody who's here to say the NRA is back into good graces and we should fund them and that they'll be there for the fight. In fact, they're the exact opposite and have been for several decades. The NRA is one of the reasons we have the gun control we do. They have been for a vast majority of it since their beginning, really. But what I do think is that if they were able to fix not only the leader's position, but the board, 75 members, 75 or 76? 76 if I remember right, because it's an even number, 76-member board. If they can fix that and have the members of the board actually show up and participate, be pro-Second Amendment, and have the NRA put the members' dues and the money is donated to the fight, could be a good thing. Now, it's a big if, and I will put that out there immediately. That's a big if. But there, like I said, Buzz Mills sent a letter to the board, and it was scathing and calling them out, saying, "Look, Wayne just left. The people who are responsible in the leadership are being sued and will be held responsible by a judge. Yet you, the board, you're still trying to continue the BS." And I think it's a great letter. Let's talk about it. Here it is on the screen. He said, "So now we're all looking towards New York and Justice Cohen's courtroom. Our attention is diverted here while chicanery continues in Fairfax. Fairfax, Virginia is where the NRA headquarters is. The National Rifle Association of America is at a watershed moment in its 153rd year. Our leadership has admitted in courts and depositions to misappropriation of donors' funds and unauthorized use of assets. They have admitted condoning the misuse of donor funds by others employed by the NRA. The leadership has for years abused their position and trust placed in them by our members and benefactors. The board of directors is solely responsible for this victimization of the members. Thanks to the New York Attorney General, we are halfway to fixing our organization and bringing the NRA up to par with other non-profit special interest groups. The judge will hold the victimizers responsible, and they will have to account for their deeds. Meanwhile, in Fairfax, the selected leadership is scheming to continue the abuse suffered over the last few decades instead of following the bylaws for the succession of the executive vice president and chief executive officer. The selected leadership wants a special election to install the enabler and facilitator of all the previous chicanery, none other than our duly selected president. He is the man more responsible than any other for permitting our selected leadership to rampantly run roughshod over our membership and benefactors. As the chair of the audit committee for many years, Charles Cotton was responsible for holding our employees accountable and ensuring their conduct beyond reproach. Our chair and moral compass approved every single act of malfeasance brought to the committee for decades. Multiple acts approved retroactively, months and years after the fact. When restitution was mandated, a bonus was awarded the miscreants, including enough money to pay the restitution. This bonus also included enough for the miscreant to have the cash to pay the taxes on his misappropriation. Talk about rewarding bad behavior. This is awesome. Again, I emphasize, it was not miscreants' money, and it was not the facilitator's money. It was the money of our members and the money provided by the benevolence of our donors. There is something deeply wrong when you continually permit and encourage this serial abuse. Also, do not forget spearheading the deceit and lying to us about filing bankruptcy that the judge called a fraud. The board of directors was never advised we needed to file for bankruptcy, nor was it ever justified to the board. We read it in the papers. As we violate the bylaws again, accepting, justifying, and participating in some kind of sham election to make the selected president our executive vice president. Is the principal facilitator of the misappropriations of tens of millions of dollars, members and donors' money, causing the hundreds of millions of dollars of legal fees, again, members and donors' money, really have any business with access to our treasury? Does he have the right to represent any moral, honest person or organization? No. The normal, conventional way this type of business is conducted: 1. Select a search committee of business professionals from the board of directors, selected from the floor of the board of directors. 2. Retain professional employment agencies to recruit, screen, and interview potential candidates. 3. The committee shall interview candidates. 4. The board of directors meet and greet. 5. BOD votes to select a candidate. 6. Committee sets forth terms and conditions of employment contract. Now we have a professional to run the business of a world-class organization in accordance with applicable laws, customs, and traditions. Oversight will be provided by a professional board of directors congruent with the bylaws in effect prior to ceding all monetary responsibility to the executive vice president. Next, we hire a celebrity face of the NRA as a spokesperson with no access to funds, using a similar process as finding an executive vice president. This is how a professional board of directors of a world-class not-for-profit begins to heal itself. We have an opportunity to carefully choose to correct the path we are on. We have the opportunity to recover all of the membership that has abandoned us over these issues, 2 million members plus or minus. We have the opportunity to recover the trust of our most benevolent donors. We have an opportunity to recover the respect of our industry and of the American people. There is no downside to doing this correctly. Let's not squander this opportunity. We must move forward smartly and with all the courage of the champions of freedom. Now, Mills has been one of the board of directors who's been vocal over the last few years of being or calling for internal reforms, and some of that I've covered on the channel when I went to Indianapolis, the NRA show, and things started to fall apart with Oliver North and all that stuff. But what do you think, guys and gals? I know many of us, our first response is going to be done with them, 100%, and you're right, and that's how I've been, right? Nobody's been a bigger voice against what the NRA has become. But I think they could be fixed if they are fixed, and they're still, and they revert back to what they were supposed to be, fighting for the Second Amendment. I think it could be a good thing, and I'll throw a name in the hat. And I was talking to my friend Sebastian Gorka last night about this. Donald Trump Jr. would be a phenomenal leader of the NRA. He could blow it up, and I don't think I don't know. Let me know what you think. Does the NRA need a celebrity face? I mean, I'd have no problem telling people where to go there, but they want somebody of a name, which is part of the reasons why they got into the problem where they're in. But let me know what you guys and gals think down below. I think DJT Jr. would be a good option for the new executive vice president of the NRA. Let me know down below. Guys and gals, this is going to be a crazy week schedule-wise. Please bear with me. I'm going to be all over the place. Everything's 3 hours different than what I'm used to, and I'm already tired. I've been here one night. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. That's what it's all about. I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.